Evening everyone. Let me just put on my socks and shoes. I was planning to put on my Tommy Blake signature cycling cap, but I can't find it, so I guess you'll just have to deal with my bad hair day today. How is everybody this morning? At work, at school, at home, doing work or school maybe? Alrighty. Let's check the settings while we're at it. I'll do 50% or something like that at least. Check my weight. Yes, 61.8 this morning, so I guess that's it. Yeah, yesterday was pretty tough. Gotta say I'm feeling it a bit. Usually I can recover pretty well, but obviously right now it was like a session that finished pretty late. I think I was done, must be close to 9 p.m. yesterday evening. And now this is a session in the morning, so very little time in between. Chosen the Tour of Fire and Ice route, so should be long enough to get to the Alpe, get a decent warm up in. I see I have been blessed with a feather already, so not quite sure whether I will use that one or not. But so today I'm just carved up, or at least as much carved up as I can be, whilst going completely rock bottom yesterday evening and then only having a few hours to eat and this morning. And later this week I will do basically the same thing, except I will not eat any carbs in between, so then I will do the Alpe fasted, which will be pretty grim, I reckon. Heart rate monitor is struggling a bit. Not sure why. Let's try disconnecting and connecting. No signal. There it is. Let's see if I can connect my Garmin to the same power source, just to have some lap power and stuff like that. Seems to be okay. Ah, nice Phil, recovery week. I had that last week. Was kind of nice, but whenever you have a rest week and then you're quite fresh afterwards, it's always a bit of shock. But power was there yesterday, so that is good. So you're doing Haute Route this year? I have no idea how the current state of these events is with the pandemic and stuff, but I thought that was your goal, right? Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that with somebody yesterday evening, and you could always just try to come up with your own challenges, that like Ed did with the 10K climbing. Maybe not exactly that, but something similar. Find a nice route and test yourself on that. Ha! I'm actually passing somebody I'm coaching right now. Not sure if that is a coincidence or not. Let me get my fan going. Insert bad fan joke here. Dolomites, very nice. Yeah, so, man, the Dolomites are so nice. I just sent Ed a message on Instagram this morning. He posted a picture of the Passo Sella, and it's so nice. I want to do the Maratona maybe next year, but usually it's in pretty much the same weekend as the Marmot, and it's also pretty tough to get in. There's a lottery, I think, so Sunday. Ah, Almere. Maybe we can get some of the Dutch backpedal guys to cheer you on. Should be nice. So I guess that's a pretty flat and fast triathlon then, Tommy? Yeah, Marco there. The only problem with places like the Dolomites and also the Italian Alps, so Bormio, is there's really almost no flat roads, so it's hard to do an easy 1 or 2 hours ride without just going like out and back in the valley. Ah, Cortina. Yeah, I've been there. I did the climb up to the Trecime, Dreizinnen, a few years back. I also did the course of the Maratona, but I just rode it with my dad rather than partaking in the event. Yeah, Cortina is nice, but like the area where the Sella Loop is probably the nicest place to be. Oh, is the mouse fucked up again? Yeah, I did that yesterday too. Let me check. I think if I switch like this, it should be solved. No, I agree, Phil. But let's say you go there with a group. It's a bit hard because if people are at different levels, then you won't be doing a lot of riding together. If everything's either up or down, you can always split up in groups, I guess. Yeah, the wind. Tell me about it. I'm doing a local event, which is basically long time trials, 70 to 150 kilometers, and you do it in groups of 2. And last week it was really windy, and even for the Netherlands. So at some parts we were doing like turns at 330, 340 watts, and we're going 30 kilometers an hour, so 20 miles an hour or less. It was pretty brutal. Nick, I wouldn't know. It's an event that's put on by a local bike shop, and because it's basically each week there's a new route. You can pick which day you ride it for yourself. It doesn't matter. So you have to pick good conditions if you want to be competitive, and you can do it in groups of 2 maximum. So if it was individual time trials, it would be brutal because they're really long. But with 2, it's kind of nice. Yeah, they're really fun. And like if it was much shorter, I probably wouldn't do them because they make no sense training wise to do like 40 KTDs with 2. But these ones end up being like really good sweet spot tempo sessions. And they're becoming longer and longer. So this week it will be 105 kilometers, so probably about 3 hours, just under 3 hours hopefully. And next week is the Grande Finale, and that one will be probably more like 150. So pretty much 4 hours full gas. So that's really nice. And similar to what you would do in a Grand Fondo. Good training. Because it's flat, it's really steady state, no rest. So, nice training. I think for the longer ones, the coming 2 weeks, we'll probably be doing probably just under threshold at the front, and then in the wheel you're still pushing probably middle zone 2, maybe a bit higher. Legs feel surprisingly decent. I was kind of expecting my heart rate to be much lower than yesterday, but it seems kind of similar. So I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing. Could mean that I'm just still pretty fresh. Hoping that at least. I'll probably start the Alpe somewhere doing around 310, which I think is at least in the ballpark of threshold right now. And we'll see after 20 minutes or a bit longer if I can ramp it up a bit. Might just go 310 all the way in, go full gas in the last minutes, if there's anything in it. I am on the light setup, so the Tarmac Pro and the lightweight wheels. I'm also 200 grams lighter than when I did my PB. But when I did my PB I had a lot of draft, so would be really surprised if I beat my PB. But I think I should be able to do sub 41 minutes at least, unless I really start feeling yesterday's effort. Which wouldn't be a terrible thing, because the whole reason I did yesterday's effort was to make it a level playing field with the session I'm doing later. So let's say I feel completely fine today, then I know that later in the week the entire deficit I will get will be due to the carbs and not necessarily due to the session of the evening before. And if I already feel quite tired, then that kind of validates that I am doing this, because otherwise if I didn't do the session yesterday, wouldn't be a fair comparison. No, I don't. Usually I just leave it at 62 all the time. But for this experiment I thought it would be best if I just weigh myself every morning and put it in correctly, so there's no discussion. I don't think 200 grams will be of any significance. Might be a few seconds up the Alpe. So, yeah, I don't know. I weighed myself at 61.8, so I might as well enter it. Would be kind of weird if you weighed yourself and then didn't enter it best in that. Yeah, Phil, I mean, that's fine. It's also debatable what I'm doing, because I'm weighing myself in the morning before breakfast, because that's like the only consistent time I could weigh myself. But obviously I'm probably a few hundred grams heavier than when I weigh myself right now, so I guess that's cheating a bit, but Yeah. So yesterday morning I was 61.9, and then yesterday evening before I went to bed, which is quite interesting, I was. So after the session I tried to eat and drink a ton, and I was almost 63 yesterday evening, and this morning I was 61.8. So basically overnight and going to the toilet in the morning was like 1 kilo lost. Yeah. I mean, if I'm a few hundred grams off, I don't think that's any different than all the other guys racing, because most people aren't that precise with it, I guess. I think if you do like a Alpe Zwift race or a Van Top race, it's also different than if you do like a regular punchy sprint finish kind of course. There's really no difference in a few hundred grams anyways. Though in Zwift there's probably more than in the real world, but let's not get into that rabbit hole right now. So I think at 50% trainer difficulty I should be able to go big ring all the way, but I guess we'll find out. I kind of need to go to the hairdresser because of still got my corona haircut. But yeah, it mostly annoys me when I'm on the trainer. When I wear my helmet, it doesn't really matter. And I couldn't find my cap. If I put on my cap, there's no problem. Yeah, exactly, Mick. Just do the Uber pretzel race every time. Do you have any planned races, Mick? You do the training camp thing with your friends every year, right? Yeah, I have one at my dorm room, but right now I'm at my parents' house. Makes for a nice streaming setup. Yeah, Hemelvaart, that's right. Ascension. Yeah, that's nice. So was that where you want to make the GC thingy for? Ah, OG, nice. Ah, that's, what's it called? Roche en Ardennes, right? Close to. I did the course of the Cricollion. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, the Cricollion. It's a nice course, also has the OG in it. I also did part of the course of the La Chouffe Classic with my girlfriend last year. Also really nice. Yeah, that's a really nice idea. It's kind of fun. Oh god, we're heading to the Alpe. Okay, thanks Phil. Have a nice meeting. Hopefully I will be about halfway when you chime in. Close to halfway, I guess. Well, I found the cycling cap. I just I spotted it. Yeah, that's nice, Mick. I most of my PBs in Limburg are all also without a power meter. So. Nah, it's just so it doesn't get in my face mostly, Tommy. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, you always wear a cap on stream, right? Yeah, it might be much higher level this year. Could also be really hard for the guys that aren't training seriously. Yeah, for the sponsors, of course. So I guess this is the time where you place your bets for the final time. Yeah, my PB is like 40 minutes and a handful of seconds. I think 40 minutes, 6 seconds. So that would make you think that maybe like somewhere just under 40 could be possible. But I really did no threshold training as of recently, so I'm going to be a bit conservative. And also that was in a big event with a lot of drop, which I think is still quite significant on the Alpe. Not sure how much it makes of a difference, but yeah, that could be a really good guess, I think, Nick. I mean, in the end, especially for the experiment, I'm just going to look at the power and not so much at the time. Yeah, maybe, hopefully. I think I want to do at least 310. If I do less, I wouldn't be very happy with it, but it could still be. Am I even going in the right direction? Think so, right? Getting lost again. I didn't stream before now, but I've done quite a lot of presenting, so I'm not nervous to talk for a group. For me, it's just weird to talk to a camera, but ha! Okay, Tommy, we'll find out. Ha! No suffering yet, Marco. Yeah. So it's strange for me to talk to the camera, but whilst I'm riding, I'm not really bothered about it. I think if I would like do something that's more like a vlog, then it would be less natural because I had to talk to the camera and that would be really weird to me. Yeah, it should. There should be suffering. Yeah, I reckon I'll leave that to the pros. Yeah, I could do that maybe someday. Yeah, I know, Mick. I mean, I guess if you have like 10,000 subscribers like Ed, you feel kind of validated in doing it. But well, let's get into it. Let the suffering commence. See you on the other side. Easy. Yeah, maybe I'll do it later this week, Marco. Yeah, okay. No, okay. Not even halfway though. So. Yeah, I saw it, Phil. You'll get there, Marco. It's going okay-ish. 312 average now. Ah. Whew. Ah. 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 Oh. Yeah, that was a lot. Oh man. Oh. Don't think I would have gotten sub 40 without you guys. So, thanks for the support. Definitely added some motivation. Ah. Ah. Whew. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. WKO, I mean 20 seconds or 1 watt more or less. Doesn't really bother me. Well, that was fun. Yeah, definitely, Marco. Sometimes my dad watches me when I'm racing on Zwift, and that also really helps. Until he starts asking complicated questions when I'm doing like zone 5. Yeah, I guess 9 more, Mick. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, later in the year, like May, I will probably do some multiple reps of this or multiple reps of Ventil, but that will be more like zone 3 pace. So, see you later, Tommy. Thanks for checking by. If nobody has questions, I think I'm going to end it here. Not going to pedal downhill, just gonna chill for a minute. So, oh yes, the graph, obviously. Yesterday I actually forgot to screenshot it, so I'll try to think of it this time, if I know how to do that on this keyboard. Yeah, so only watt less than my 20-minute PB, which is kind of crazy. Ah, thanks, Marco. So this already is, yeah, I would be happy with just this 20-minute effort on its own. Yeah, so we know this part. F10? Maybe I have to do FM. I think I did it. Yeah, so this looks good. 189 BPM. I think yesterday my max heart rate was 195. Yeah, somewhere around. Yeah, really happy with that. You know what's really funny? So this says 318. When I did my critical power test yesterday, the calculated critical power, which is basically the same as FTP, was exactly 318. So I guess that's a pretty good indication of what my threshold will be. I think I've done a lot of sweet spot and tempo stuff, so I think my time to exhaustion is probably a bit longer than 40 minutes. So I think my FTP maybe is more like 315, and I think I can do that close to 60 based on this effort. So that's really nice. So maybe I should try to do Van Top in a few months, see if I can break 60 minutes. Would also be a nice bucket list item. Well, I'm going to cancel the stream, or end it rather. So have a nice day. Next stream will be this Thursday. See you guys later.